Hello again, YouTube. Truth Man here. The channel is the No Matrix, No Simping, All Subjects channel. So, shout out to Big Parks for the $10 cash app for the content by request. Big Parks wants to know what should he do and what should he focus on between the years of 25 and 30. Man, Big Parks, I'm going to tell you, if these young guys thought like you, and instead of calling guys like me old and act like we don't know nothing and act like we ain't never failed, we ain't never succeeded, they would be fine. They wouldn't be dead in the streets, and they wouldn't be in prison. So shout out to you for even being the intelligent guy that seeks the counsel of elder men. And that's what YouTube has become. Some these women be giving good advice too sometimes. Not as much as we do as men, but they do. So he wants to know what he should do between 25 and 30. You should do what I probably should have did. By the time I was 25, though, I was already married. So some of the things I'm gonna tell you in this video didn't apply to me. I wish somebody would have told me this. But that G-Wagon on the side of the road. Wish somebody would have told me that. Get you a G-Wagon. Nah, just kidding. But what you need to focus on from age 25 through 30, three main things. One, your relationship with God. Two, your health. Three, your money. So what do we mean by this? Like, okay, I'm gonna show you how to do this relationship with God thing. Don't let these church folks make you get you to give, or force you to get married if you choose to go to a church. You really don't need to. You got people online like myself and others that you can learn the scripture from and kind of like be spiritually self-believing. You know, what do I mean by this? I mean believing in the Most High in your own way. Like from your own house, from your own car. Like, cause churches can be a problem sometimes, man. Why you ain't married yet? Then you get married and well, I'm not finna have sex with you today. I'm not finna have sex with you tomorrow. I'm not finna have sex with you next week. I mean, the church will cause you to go through that. So the first thing is you want to get connected to the Most High, you know, on your own personal level. Just start talking to him. I'm telling you, you gonna feel him. You gonna experience him. But you got to be specific, though. I mean, I'm not telling you how and what to believe, but don't rely on what men in these organized religions say. But just get to talking to the Most High. Tell him you interested. You want to see for yourself how he is, and you want to be in his kingdom when you die. You heard good things about his kingdom. You want to see for yourself, that type of stuff. Then number two, your health, man. Make sure you gonna get away with eating some things while you that age, but when you start to get older, you want to kind of stay in the gym. You can eat what you want. I could tell you firsthand, the times I'll be in the gym, like one time I fell in the driveway. It was an icy driveway, and I'm telling you, my legs went about 6 feet in the air and bam, right on my back. No injuries, just a little sore. Got right up, got in the car, finished my paper route. I had a paper route. But the reason why I was able to do that, and I think I was, 2006, 18. I was like 31, close to that age that you inquired about. I'm gonna be honest, I was on HGH at the time. Hey man, I'm the truth, man. I'm gonna be honest. But besides that, I was in the gym. So at that point in time, when that happened, my stomach was practically flat. I had stamina for days because I was going to the gym. I was going to, here in Milwaukee, I was going to the YMCA over in Parkline, which is, if you're from Milwaukee, you know where I'm talking about. But you can eat whatever you want, but just make sure you're going for walks, you've been in the gym, and you're not overdoing it. Like, when you finna pig out, be like, man, I'm finna eat. And that's fine. But then that you can't do that every day. Because it's gonna catch up with you. When you get to that 30 you talking about, your body gonna start to slow down a little more, and it's gonna start to hold weight a little more. My opinion, and I'm not a medical professional, but I do know what I'm talking about. But who keeping score on the way listen. My opinion is that as a grown man, 25 through 30, you should be at 225, depending on your height. If you under 5'10", then you be under 225, maybe 200, 205. You want to be built like a little running back out here, run people over. If you over 6 feet, definitely 225 is a good weight for you. Between 225 and 240. If you hit 255, just hit them weights hard. And you trust me, you're gonna have you're gonna have some nice mass. Pause. Not in that way. I'm saying like you're gonna have a nice buff build. But, and I said mass. I know sometimes my speech ain't I'm not gonna win those too many speech contests, but you know what I'm saying. So, and then the third thing being your money. Your money. Make sure every time you get any type of money, you putting something up that you're not gonna touch unless it's a planned touch. Like business, like you want to pay cash for a house, or you want to get a house, or you want to, that'll be your top 3 things. You want to get your money right. Notice I didn't put women in top 3, or kids, because sometimes go up here, because sometimes when you have kids, you giving her power, almost all the time. You giving her power to pinch off your money. You giving her power to dangle them kids, start playing games with you. When you get tired of her, now you can't even be around your kids unless you're around her. Because most of these women ain't gonna give you your kids. So that's why I didn't put those things in the top 3. Because they not as important. Number 4 is you want to find the lifestyle that's fitting to you. Notice it's not even number 4. The lifestyle that's fitting to you. What do you like to do? What makes you feel good about life? Do you like to fish? Do you like to play basketball? Do you like to lift weights? You like to travel? What's your ideal thing? You should write these things down too. You should write down, like, when you get paid, like, I'm gonna tell you what would have worked for me if I would have been doing this at your age. Because when I was doing it, I was doing good, but then I stopped doing it. That's when I started doing bad financial. So you want to get you a nice upscale looking notebook with like a black leather cover, some nice pens. Get you a desk, like an office space in your apartment or house, wherever you living at. And then just be business-like with your resources. So when you get your check, whatever your check is, I know you said you in the military. I ain't gonna say which one. But just write it down. The amount, bam. If you're going to give anything to the purposes of God to the poor, write that down. You can give what you want. You don't got to tithe or none of that. Don't let these dudes play you. Then under that, you start writing down your bills. Now you want to be, I got time, I do not have time for this. You want to be the type, right, let me turn this way, away from the sun. So you want to be the type that you give. If you give anything, it's what you want to give. And if you don't want to give nothing, don't give nothing. But you're writing it all down. You're writing it down. You're writing down your finance. You have a separate book for your financial. You can put anything that you're going to buy as far as clothes and stuff like that. You can put that in there. But I will have a separate book for entertainment, like stuff that you want to do, stuff that you want to buy, and just have that lined up and check it off when you get it. Because the more things you check off, the more you're going to be satisfied with your life. You know, and always, from that, no matter how young you are, you always want to get your rest. Not too much, not too little. I would say somebody your age, you need about 7 hours of sleep a night. You don't want to be the type that needs to sleep 10 hours. If you gonna do that, you be like, man, I'm finna sleep 10 hours like one day or something. Don't do it every day, because it's gonna make you lazy. It's gonna make you lazy. So yeah, you wanna write down just about everything. Write it down and stick to it. Stick to it. If you get $4,000 a month from the military, and you need $1,800 for your bills, you write that down. Like, okay, I'm donate to the poor, $100, 18 for my bills, that's 19. Then you add it up on the side, 19. Then, the rest, you say, okay, this month I'm saving to have for the future. What you save to have for the future, you don't touch. 300. Say you said 300. Okay, now you're at 22. You say, okay, I'm saving for a house or a car. And if you want a better car, man, don't never let nobody tell you, this is you. This is your comfort. Don't never underdo it, or don't never overdo it. People underdo it. You make enough to have a nice car, but you drive like some of them NBA players are just ridiculous to me. Like, yeah, you want to make sure you got money, but you making $94 million over a 5-year period, and you driving a 94. That's excessive. Now, if you want to fix up your 94, and you say, well, I'm gonna drive this mostly, I wouldn't drive that all the time. That wouldn't be my everyday driver. It's not that serious. You're not believing in yourself. You just got to save your money, invest some, save a lot. And then get you a nice car, man. You making $94 million over a 5-year period is what? That's 16, 17. Let me see. I'm adding it up in my head. 18. It's 18 plus the 4. That's like $18 million a year. Man, you could buy 2 cars, 3, and it still ain't gonna. Man, get you a nice car, man. Okay, you don't want to buy a Bugatti or nothing like that, or if you don't. I'm saying let's say you don't. You say, well, I don't want. Okay, man, you can get you a nice Yukon 2024 Yukon for about 90,000. 90,000 pocket change for a person that's making that kind of money. That's what I mean by don't underdo it and don't overdo it. Your attire / clothing, where you live, and your money should match what you make. I'ma show y'all, man, cause y'all gonna see me just up. Why he need 7 cars? Because I'm look. I gotta be comfortable. Do you and worry about you. Make sure you comfortable. I don't care if you don't have a wife and kid. Man, you still could get, man, I'ma have me a house regardless. If I'm the only one living in there, I have a scooter in there. If I had enough wealth to have me a mansion, I'm gonna have that mansion regardless. I'll live in there by myself. I'll sit in the backyard and look at the lake myself. Do you get where I'm going with this? So those 4 things are more important than kids. Now, as far as kids, if you really, it just depends on how bad you want kids. Because I'm telling you, my kids are great. They don't get in trouble or anything. But my relationship wasn't so great. So that's going to get in the way of you and your kids. See, now if you really still want kids and stuff like that, then you might have great kids too. But what if you had a kid that just always getting in trouble at school? Breaking up your stuff. So it's something that you want, but it ain't something that you need. It's a want, not a need. And a wife and all that is definitely a want, not a need. Because you might have the one that's a hoe. You might have the one that want to be a hoe. You might have the one that want to flirt with everybody as sneaky as hell. That might be you. It might not, and you hope not, but it might. So that stuff ain't even important. Now, you don't want to put it off. I would still play around with them and see what's out here. But I would be assertive, showing very little or no sympathy, while being nice and polite. Little or no sympathy while being nice and polite. Okay, like your attitude to be, okay, you be a nice man, straight up, tell the truth from day one. When you tell a harsh truth, you ask them how they feel about it to their face. Look them right in their eye. So if you say something like, well, me personally, I'll get married, but I want my marriage to work if I get married. How important is marriage to you? And what kind of person are you? Are you one of them women that, of course, they're going to tell you what you want to hear, but at least you got to store it up here. So if they try to switch up down the line. And you got to be willing to dump a chick and move on at every point. Don't get attached to her oohs and ahs. Don't let her get you with the moan and the freakiness. Just enjoy it. But don't let it get in your head. Don't let it get in your head. She giving you nicknames. She being all cuddly and stuff, because she can and most likely will change. I'm telling you, man. So don't wait till you in your 30s. See what's out there now. While you doing those other things. And look, man, if you get like 500 G's, and you say, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and have a kid. I like her enough. Let's see what's going on with her. You already got your establishment before marriage. So it's going to be, and you don't get a marriage license anyway. So it's going to be a little harder for her to get you. And if she does get you for child support, look how much you got. You steady going to be building on that anyways. So if you were one of the fortunate souls, don't wait till you in your 30s. I mean, if you, let's say, be looking for that person now, but be cutthroat, be strict, be stern, be no mercy towards any of this stuff. You ain't letting no woman put no baggage on you. If she baggage, you dumping her. This is what we do with baggage. We treat female baggage like garbage. They garbage. If she got all this baggage, you can't fix her, so she garbage. What do you do with something when it's broke? You get something new and you throw that other one away, right? So if you got a watch that just don't work no matter what you do, you're not going to keep it to look at. You're going to throw it away and get you another watch, right? That's the mindset you got to have, especially as a young man. Especially as a young man. When I was 25, that was early in my marriage. It was little stuff, but it wasn't like major. But when I think back, I should have corrected that stuff back then. Because it doesn't get better. It escalates. If you with under the rug type of woman, just every time you have a problem, it don't get solved. It just get through under the rug. Like when I was watching porn. When I was religious, hyper religious, and thought the Most High was going to condemn me, but I was still doing it. She never let that go. Just under the rug. And every time we got into it, brought it up. So that under the rug, don't let them be that way. If they talking marriage, but they are under the rug, you tell them, how are you trying to push this under the rug, but you talking marriage? You can't do that in the marriage. You got to resolve your issues. Because over time, it's going to either create entitlement or resentment or both. If you let somebody, when they wrong you, not say sorry, or when you have an issue with them, instead of solving that issue, they sweep it under the rug and try to move on. That's going to make your house dirty. You got to sweep it up and throw it out. So, those things, that's how you want to do it. If you need to go back on this video, go back as many times as you need. I need the views anyway. And hit the like button, share it. Y'all young dudes, don't let these preachers, don't let your grandparents, don't let anybody you respect or love make you move too fast on these women. You know what we telling you how it is. And this dude your age, I'm not going to mention these content creators, just telling you how it is in terms of the women in your age group. See, I see the women in your age group in action anyway, so I still could tell you about them. I just was working in a prison, so I know a lot of the women there were young. They were 21, 22, 23, 25, 27. They was young. Already had babies, which is another thing, man. Don't stepdaddy. Don't deal with no woman who has been divorced unless you hear from him. You hear the story from both. Because she always gonna act like she ain't did nothing. Don't go too far with women with kids. If you meet one this unicorny, I mean, you give them a chance, but just know that one day that kid might rise up and create problems for you. I be saying it. You ain't my daddy, but they living in your house, a house that you paying for, and or you helping pay for. So, y'all young dudes, next thing, you have nothing to prove to any of these guys. If you see a dude that's losing, I don't care if you grew up with him. You know, it's all right for you to be nice to him, speak and stuff like that, but you're not obligated to help nobody. So that's another thing. 25 to 30, remember, you have nothing to prove to anybody. You don't got to prove you hard. You don't be out here fighting over these chicks. You are focused on establishing yourself and a comfortable lifestyle for yourself from 25 to 30. And you don't let nobody get you involved in no crazy stuff. Like, you got to be like I used to. If I would have kept being that way, how I was when I was 15, 16, yeah, I did bad stuff, but I was highly selective. They was doing robberies. I was like, said, man, F that scary nigga. I said, I ain't scared. I'm smart. See y'all tomorrow. And so they was doing stuff and I was going the other way. Next, you already indicated, you told me about one of your bosses, how they just don't be like respecting, so on and so forth. So as you build and save your money, you use her as motivation. You use all the negative people as motivation to get things that they don't have the nuts, the intelligence, or the ambition to get. Right in their face. And post it. Post it. Park's doing good, you know. That's what they should be saying, even if they don't want to. These haters, they'll be looking up in space. Man, what Park's up to? Oh, man, he doing good, man. You know, he just bought him a house. That's what you should be focused on in your younger 20s. All y'all dudes. He got 2 or 3 cars. Got money. And don't be telling these women everything you got. In fact, like, a lot of people don't agree with me on this, but here's what I believe. When you first meet a woman, you should have that throwback stuff. You should have the stuff that look nice, but ain't the nicest thing you got. Like, it's a nice car, but it's not the nicest car you got. Don't even let her see or know about the nicest car you got. Like, if you got money like that, man, go get you something like like this, like a Outlander, or a little truck that's clean, nice Bluetooth, nice features, high year 2022, 21, 20. And when you go to meet her or whatever, you go in that. You got the bids. First of all, don't take her to your house until you with her. I mean, that's my opinion. Some dudes be wanting to flash and stuff, but what if she get mad at you? What if she one of them crazy chicks that you see how she is, you don't want her no more, so now she trying to bust out your window. You don't give her your full name or where you live until you see that she's a decent person, or you least highly think it. Sometimes they'll fool you even then. So that's me though. A lot of dudes, they don't agree with that part. But that's what I would say. Get you a clean car that run, that ain't gonna stop on y'all, with a nice little system in it, nice engine. Even if you go a little older, like if you go like 2012, 2013, and don't take the car with the Forgiatos and all that stuff with the rim. Take the plain, clean car and go out on your date. You got 3 cars, don't drive your best one. You don't even know this chick. She gonna start liking you, or she gonna try to she'll be telling her friends like, yeah, girl, he doing good for himself. She shouldn't even know how good you doing. She start asking, so what do you do? What do you make? Tell her like this. Make sure you got a nice outfit on, nice piece of jewelry, but not your best. Be like, don't take this the wrong way, but I just don't believe in telling people everything that I do and that I have when I first meet them, because I want you to be like me, and I want you to like me for me. I don't want you to force yourself to like me because I'm successful, or I don't want you to not like me because I'm not successful. You know, sometimes that's why they call it game. Because there's something at stake. You either defending your title or trying to win it. You gonna need game to win the championship. You gonna need game to defend your title. I know dudes don't believe in game, but look, see, if you are a pay up front type of person, then you're trying to impress them. That's how people be getting drugged, robbed, all type of stuff. And it can happen to anybody. And to be honest with you, even if you paying up front, if you got the money, I don't believe she'll care. Like, you can show up in a rust bucket. You show up with $2,000-$3,000 in your pocket. She ain't gonna care. But anyway, I hope that helps you, man. Just, be looking for that right now. But don't force it. You be aggressive. You be assertive. You remember, relationships benefit them more. So you not like bending too much. You being assertive. You being ready to dump. You ain't getting attached to no chick that got that good. Because just like she got the good, somebody else could too. These women is sexual. They be giving off sexual vibes, man. It ain't just one that's good. It ain't just one that's bad. Some of their sex is trash. And you been unmarried them, and they sex is trash. Or it might not be trash, but that don't mean she gonna keep giving it to you. It's all type of stuff that go on. They gonna play games with you, so of course you need to play some too. But anyway, that's all I got on that. When they try to move too fast, big parks, do them like this.